welcome to another episode of Math with Mia. In this episode, we're going to be talking about different types of angles and fraction and angle measurements of a circle. So just as a reminder, remember an angle is a figure formed by two rays that share the same endpoint. Now there are different types of angles. A right angle forms a square corner and measures exactly 90 degrees. An acute angle is an angle that measures less than 90 degrees. This is Mia's favorite kind of angle. She remembers it because acute is small and she's a cute little puppy. An obtuse angle is more than 90 degrees but less than 180 degrees. Now if you have, this is something fun you can do this week, if you have a straw and a twist tie, cut them the same length. Mia, you want to help me here? And then put the twist tie inside of the straw. And then you can practice bending and forming different types of angles. Here's your favorite, Mia. There's an acute angle. Acute, just like you're cute. All right, so let's get your paper and pencil and let's get started. Okay, I want to show you a circle. And let's talk a little bit about a circle. Now a circle measures exactly 360 degrees. Now degrees is what you measure an angle in, and the symbol is this little circle that goes in the upper right hand corner. Now a full circle measures 360 degrees. Now this is a circle that I've cut in half, so each half measures 180 degrees. Now that's also called a straight angle, which kind of makes sense if you think about it because it forms a straight line. And 180 plus 180 equals that 360 of a full circle. Now if we take our circle and we split it into 4 even parts, we can see that we've formed 4 right angles. Now you can check your right angles by using a square corner, because remember, right angles form a square corner and you can stick the square corner in to see if it does measure that. And this does. So each one of these measurements is 90 degrees. And that makes sense because 90 times 4 equals 360, which is that full circle. Now, you don't have to have a circle to be able to figure the angle measurements of circles. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So if you see a problem like this, go ahead and write this down. What is the angle measure for 3/4 of a circle? Now we already have our circle there as a good visual, but if we didn't, we would just take 360, and first we would have to find out what 1/4 of a circle is. A circle always has 360 degrees. So first we want to divide by 4. And when we divide by 4, we know that that's going to equal 90. So 1/4 of a circle is 90 degrees, but we need 3 of them. So we would have 90 times 3. Now once you do that math, you're going to get 270. Now all I need is my correct label, and remember my correct label is for degrees. So my final answer would be 270 degrees, and that is 3/4 of a circle. All right, now we're going to do this one. We don't have any visual for this one at all, so I'm going to show how you can find the angle measurement for a fraction of a circle without ever even seeing the circle. So this says, what is the angle measure for 4/9 of a circle? Okay, so first, remember we have to find what 1/9 of a circle is. So we know that 360 is the degrees in a full circle, so we want to divide by 9. When we divide by 9, we're going to get 40. But because that is for just 1/9 of a circle, we need to go back to our original question. We need 4/9 of a circle. So we have to take 40 and multiply by 4. When we do that, we get 160. Now one more step before we're done, and that is we need the correct label. So since we're doing an angle measurement, we need the correct label for degrees, and that's represented by this little bitty circle in the upper right hand corner. So that is my final answer, 160 degrees. Now let me show how you can build on the unit fraction for a circle. Now if you remember, unit fraction means one of them. So this one says, what is the angle measure for 1/8 of a circle? So that's the unit fraction, one piece, 1/8. So we have the same first step. We take our 360 because a circle has 360 degrees, and we divide by 8. Now when we divide by 8, we're going to get 45. So the answer to that question, what is the angle measure for 1/8 of a circle, is answered right here with the 45. We just need our final label of degrees, and then that would be our final answer. Now once you have your 1 unit, you can build on that. 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, and more. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So 2/8 of a circle, we know one of them is 45, so now we need 2 of those. So you would do 45 times 2, and that would give you 90. Wait a minute, I think I'm remembering that 1/4 of a circle also equals 90. Well, that makes sense because remember, 1/4 is an equivalent fraction. Remember, if we multiplied it by 2/2, it's equivalent to 2/8. So both of those fractions of a circle are also equal to 90 degrees of a circle. That makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? So that would be our final answer. Now building on that unit fraction, 3/8, we would do 45 times 3. And when you do that, you would get 135. You need your correct label, and that would be your final answer. You would just keep going on like this. 4/8 of a circle, that would be 45 times 4. And wait a minute, now before I do this, I'm remembering that 4/8 is a benchmark fraction. You should remember that 4/8 is equivalent to 1/2. So if that's true, then 45 times 4 should be the same as 1/2 of a circle. And we already know that 1/2 of a circle is 180 degrees. And that is true. If you multiply this out, you are going to get 180. And then we would just need our label, 180 degrees, and that would be your final answer. Now you could keep going here, boys and girls. 5/8 of a circle. Once you know the unit was 45 for 1/8. Now you multiply that by 5, and you would get 225. Add your label, and that would be your final answer for 5/8 of a circle. Okay, boys and girls, have fun measuring your angles this week. Come back and rewatch the video as you need to, and we'll see you next time on Math with Mia.